Okay, you guys are such fast learners and doing so great that I'm going to go on and teach you how to do a triple crochet, which as would make sense. Single crochet is one movement, double is two, so triple is going to be three. And also, triple being three, we're going to go into the third chain from the hook. So you remember in the single we started in the first, and with the double we started in the second. But for the triple we're going to go all the way down to the third, so that when we come up, it's 3 stitches high. So in most patterns, this is called the turning chain. That counts as a stitch. Unless the pattern says otherwise, the pattern might say, you know, turning chain does not count as a stitch. But most times, if you need 10 across, that turning chain will count as one. So to do a triple, like I said, we're going to go on this third chain. We're going to wrap around the hook twice. So we'll have, you know, your basic loop and then the 2 wraparounds. So it's like you have 3 loops on your hook before we go through our chain. We go through the chain front to back and pull up a loop. So wrap the yarn around and pull it through. That's pulling up a loop. And you're going to have 4 loops on your hook there. And you're going to yarn over, and you'll just pull through the first 2. Then you'll have 3 left. Yarn over, pull through 2, and then you'll have 2 left. Yarn over and pull through 2. And that is a triple crochet. So let's try it again. You're going to yarn over twice. So you wrap the yarn around your hook twice, and we're going to go into the next chain there, front to back. Wrap the yarn around and pull up a loop. You'll have 4 loops on your hook. And you wrap the yarn around again, and you just pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the next 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So it's 2, 2, and 2. Let's see, we wrap around twice. And again, triple crochet, that's 3 movements. So we have 1, 2, 3. And you're pulling through 2 loops each time. So let's do this one more time. Wrap around twice. Go through the next chain. Wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull up a loop. So again, you'll have 4. Pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that is a triple crochet. Oops, I almost did a double there. And I'll go down to the end of the row and show you how to turn and come back the other way. And as you can see, once you practice with it, it comes real quick. And these are very basic stitches, so once you get the hang of them, you don't have to think about them too much. They just kind of come naturally. But these are the foundations for most crochet projects. And then again, they'll alternate, you know, depending on what style you want. And it might do front loop and back loop to give a ribbed look. There's increases and decreases, etc. Whoops. Okay. So now that we're at the end of our row, there's our pretty triples. Again, a triple crochet is 3 stitches high, so we need to chain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And as in our previous ones, we're not going to go in the first one, we're going to go in the second stitch. You see the little deer paws there. Okay. So we wrap around twice, or yarn over twice. And here's the first hole, which we're skipping, and we're going to go on the second one. Pull through, yarn over twice, yarn over twice, and pull through 2, pull through 2, 2, until we get to the last stitch, and then we'll work into the chain 2 so it's nice and square. And it's very important to count your stitches. I'm very guilty of not doing that at times, and then I find out 15 rows in I'm off and I have to pull out a bunch of rows, and that's really frustrating. And that's a term we refer to in the yarn crafting world as frogging. So if you've ever heard somebody complaining about frogging, that's what it is. Frog is in ribbit ribbit, and the reason why it's called that is you rip it back. So it's rip it, so it sounds like a frog. So that's frogging. If you've ever heard somebody talking about, oh, I had to frog a whole sweater. Well, first of all, if I had to frog an entire sweater, I would probably not be very keen to start over. So we went in our last stitch, and you see we've got our little turning chain here from the row before. We're going to want to work into that. This one's a little bit harder to find, but you just kind of finagle it through the top there. Oops. And then you pull through, and that gives you a nice, even little set of stitches. So there you go, and that is a triple crochet.